Yeah, first one to fall. Luke Ronke caught beautifully at point, and then in his follow-through, a child's play really. Didn't show. Appeal, and well, he didn't waste any time whatsoever. The umpire was quick as a wink, really, to give that out. Little conference between the two batsmen. He's going to go. Yeah, hitting the off stump. Review lost, and they lose another batsman. Just talking about Nawaz's accuracy, and here's a great example of what. That's more like it down the ground. That's a good shot. Yeah, you want something to calm the nerves down, but this is a much better option. Through his legs and to the fence.
Slightly fuller from Irfan Jr., and it meant that Hussain Talat could hit down the ground. That's the option that you have on this pitch. Easiest option is to actually hit down the ground.
Big strike and 6. What a shot.
Little shimmy down, and he's cracked this off the bat. It's really gone quickly to that fence. Pretty flat. And 70.
Non-strikers misses the stumps by a long way, and Sohail Tanveer missed the missed the throw as a backup.
3. This is through, and it will be 4. Welcome runs.
When you're losing wickets, time inside the power play also vanishes, which is the maximum time on this sort of track to strike away for boundaries. High percentage of runs scored inside the power play are boundaries.
The ordinary delivery when you got a side on the rack at 24 for 3 and you bowl a full toss. This time over extra. This should be 4.
It's in a side when you come back. And we've seen United in history of PSL find a way. That's where Dean Jones, I think, really helps that, because he'll...
Guys, this one down. There's no third man. 3 consecutive boundaries for United.
All of those shots.
Oh, that's a big glaring miss from Sarfraz.
What a beautiful piece of bowling this was. Tossed it up, just drew the shot out, and it's absolutely done everyone. It's gone through his fingers there like a piece of soap.
Oh, that'll run. That'll run for 4. 50 up for Islamabad, and just away from looking likely.
Got the other side of the ball. Don't know whether that's an intentional shot or not. He definitely tried to play it down through that sort of...
Up and over again. Has it got enough legs? Has it got enough? Oh, that, I think, Sohail Tanveer, I think you've got to signal 4. Come on, keep going, come on. What do you reckon, Ados? Do you reckon this is going to be a 4? No, it's not. So what was that in the end? Was it 2 runs? 3 runs? 3. Oh, that's gone straight up in the air. Man underneath it. Oh, what a catch! Sohail Tanveer. Fawad Ahmed.
Seen a number of players in this PSL get caught in the wickets. Another good piece of bowling. Straight up in the air, tries to sweep across it. Look at this, full stretch. As easy as he liked, and secure when he dug into the turf. Yep, the chin.
Up Sohail Tombia's nose. I really do think you've got to say, right, he's caught that, and his hands are underneath the ball, and there we are, it pops out. His hand has always been underneath. He's done it really well there. Do you think he polished it on the way through as well? 1 for 1. Now, will there be two? They're going back for the second. It's risky. It's a direct hit. And Quetta are celebrating.
Perfectly at the stumps. Yeah, he's in. So we've got to eat our words. That was raw money, looking like he was gone.
Superb piece of fielding from Rousseau.
Yeah, Stole's a bit of a harsh. I wouldn't say stole, but I definitely picked it up by accident.
58. And this is typical of the way that Asif Ali bats. If he gets going and in here, Islamabad have got a chance.
And on a slow wicket, you've got to actually move your feet through the balls.
Graham Smith. Oh, yes. Oh, I think he's dragged this on him.
Stump, and another sweep shot costing Islamabad. A little bit of glove on it and into the...
Oh, sliding, I reckon. Bowler liked it. I wonder if the keeper did too, who is the captain, of course. Umpire says no, which is Randall Martinez. They're going to review it. They're going to... Oh, it's pitched on, but yeah, I think it's sliding. Oh, umpire's call it, saying it's that. Interesting. Just wanted to skid it a bit more, but there you go.
He does tend to get quite a bit of drift, does Nawaz. Review retained because it's umpire.
Of a score. Now there's the Fantasy League, Caltex Fantasy League, get amongst it. It's all happening on Cricket and Chief. This is nice.
Well, it's cost him 4 and it's cost him a spray from his captain. Safra's not happy at all, very expressive. Hear him in our stump mics. The trusty back foot, the old toe. Oh, beautiful. Is it an edge?
Slip bowler, they all loved it. Of course they did. Yeah, just going to come out. So...
Oh, you look at it, you just wonder why he's carrying on. No, that's
100%. Clean as. Thanks for coming. Number 6. OUT. Zippery. Oh, now that is clean. What a beautiful sound off the blade. Pepsi catcher Crow, has he? Alongside again with 1G Smith. Lefty.
Yeah, he's generally a player that favours the onside, but always been a clean striker of the ball, Parnell, as you saw there. Amazing, picked out man in the crowd for Pepsi. Catch a crawl. Up in the air. Is it a chance? Oh! Asif Ali managing to get hold of one. That's a little bit, Danny, a little bit of momentum
From 22, striking at 1-2-2. That's going to tickle a bit. Oh, dear. Looks like... Oh, is it? There we go. This will be a better angle. Oh, it is that outside, yeah. Give a little tipple. Tea break himself. Yeah, nothing wrong with a little tipple of... Oh, that sounded pretty sweet. It is.
Got to believe that they can bat themselves to a decent total here. Parnell smashes this and he's going to get 4.
Because they've hung in there. I think that's the beauty, or has been the beauty of this innings from them. They've not really thrown in the towel. This was smashed. What a good shot. Using the long handle.
Clearly the coaching staff, but he has been working on his batting, but I wasn't so sure it was to the extent of going ahead of Patel.
Well, he's giving you, this is special batting because he's going at a strike rate of 180. 18 from just 10 balls. This was beautifully played because he read the field, got the placement, got a 4.
Picked up, man in the deep, and takes a wonderful catch.
It was beautifully caught. Not easy really to sight the ball in the backdrop, and then it was landing flat. Slow ball from Sohail Tanvir. Is a smart operator. Didn't have any pace. Have a look at this one. Have a look at this diving effort. Yeah, just hanging on to it in the end. Just bobbled out of his grab, and then he recovered well. Kept his eye on the ball. That was the most important thing. So when a young kid, if you want to catch the ball, it's imperative that you keep your eye on it. Out.
Ooh, he's got an edge, and that edge will go for 4. They all count.
Off the boil because he's playing his first game, and that too primarily more as a bowler than a batsman. But here he is fighting it out and doing the job for his side. Unaffected by the proceedings at the other end. He is just held firm.
PSL Fantasy League.
I think we can.
Why not? Oh, he's done well. He really has judged that perfectly.
Safely. Earned him a run.
It's a wide delivery, and he's gone after it.
Well, he's been more than competitive. Wayne Pan, a little bit of width, the slow ball going wrong, and he just paused, and that was why it was such a good shot in the end. That little pause. Balls.
Well, yeah, strike rate of 194. Smashes it past Sohail Tanvir.
And you've got to rave about this knock because it's a sensational innings. Under pressure and producing a knock at a strike rate of 205.
Makes room for himself, and he carves himself another bound.
Cover and straight back, and a faster one that followed him is beautifully placed past the 2 men in the ring on the offside. Precision driven indeed.
Look at that, a single, 3 boundaries, consecutive boundaries. Full toss, and he finds the man out at long off. Umar Akmal takes the catch.
Missed a soft ball. A full toss in his area of strength, and themselves to almost 150.
Oh, the edge, that'll count. This boundary takes Islamabad.
So he'll give them a mighty high. Yeah, it worked in the end. He had to change course twice. I think Samit Patel wanted to hit it over cover, then decided the edge would do the job.
And Quetta Gladiators to finish the innings. It's carved this one as well, and it's another boundary. That will do nicely for Islamabad United.
Is what we got from Islamabad United with the bat. They were hurt quite badly by Sohail Tanvir. Bowled a double wicket made.
Some talent going around, Danny. There you go.
Shazah! See this one, you're right. Baz flighted a bit more, deceived in the air. Delightful piece of flight. Guile. Over the top, this is how he...
And he's been able to release those hands into the shot. And it's gone to the fence.
Watson. And he goes straight as an error. One bounce for 4.
I love this from Watson. It's straight. Make sure that it doesn't give with that little drift in. Hits it back where it comes from.
Oh, you can't bowl that length. To SW.
Oh, his favourite area. Deep mid-wicket. Just a little short of length, and he's actually pulled it from the front foot. Best thing about it that he's hit it straight. He's hit it more long on than mid-wicket. That's a brilliant shot.
Bahim. Oh, in the air, but I tell you what, he's laced this one.
He's certainly in the mood. Is Shane Watson. Just gave himself a little bit of room, short and wide outside the off stump. Power, the name of the game.
Was crunched it, got it near the end of the bat somewhat, but I tell you what, it's going to go for 4.
Just gone for that bottom of the bat, right at the Q end. But doesn't matter. 4 more.
Yeah, he's gone. That toe of the bat's not working.
Trying to smash this down the ground again, right at the Q end. And this time it's just fizzled out to Mohammad Sami Admidov. The captain accepts that.
Oh, that's a smash and a half. Almost carried.
Yes, he does. I think he's a good smart cricketer as well. We saw the other night in his performance that he timed his play perfectly. He went to push the trigger and then also wanted to win the game.
Big shot down the ground, clears the infield, and that ball will race away and hit the fence.
Shimmy, that's really important. That first little movement towards the ball. You see he comes at Parnell here. What that does is it enables you to get your weight into the ball. If you stay back in the crease, and we saw...
Yeah, I didn't have a great 2018. Oh, that's big. Wow. Almost up in the upper deck. No problems. And he goes gigantic again. Is this the biggest 6 of the
second HBL tournament 6 of season 4 here, and it's actually through the stages yesterday, reversed quite heavily.
Oh, that's punished. What a pull shot that is. It sounded...
Yeah, that sound can penetrate any lounge room in the world. Absolutely pings off that enormous bat of Shane Watson. He gets in that hitting base and makes no mistake. He's like an archer on a target, and that's a...
Oh, ball aim, but it's a no ball. What have you done?
It was a good early call from the ups. And that's why it wasn't, in fact, the front foot at all. Is that Mohammad Sami's broken the stumps. He does get Sami. I think Watson might have having a little chip. Stumps broken at both ends. You don't often...
Keep your temperament in check. Oh, that's blistering drive. What a knock he's playing.
He's just having his way with both fast and spin bowler. You just can't bowl to him at the moment. Striking away at 180. But he's doing so with no risk. He's just manipulating the bowler. It's almost like he's requested them to bowl on cue something outside of the off stump.
Slow ball and a cut shot. Well, what great batting from Umar Akmal. It's a 50-run partnership as well, and he's been hurt quite hard. Mohammad Sami.
Make something happen.
Catch it! Right, now catch it is the call. Catch it is the call, and catch it is!
From Cameron Delport, turned and had to make big run, a big effort to get there. It's never easy going that way over your shoulder. You've got to keep your eyes and head steady. Terrific work.
1,000 runs. Shut up to Watson. Watson again from that very low base.
Watson with such power as well. Just steady and solid his position is here. Just swivels on it. Always been a fantastic puller and hooker. How difficult that is.
Watson fetches this, and he's got plenty on it.
Then he put it down in the stands. Excellent batting from Watson. Hand through the ball again. Levers are working well. Oh!
50 up for Shane Watson. 50 from 40 deliveries, 5 fours and a 6. And he's played really well for that half century.
He's done it well, Shane Watson. Shown all his power, his experience tonight.
They did get through to 157 for the loss of 8.
Oh!
Oh, that's gone through. Did hit the stumps. It beat the keeper as well. 4 byes. Crucial runs leaked. Yeah, easy as you like. That is a massive 6. It's the Royal Box. Islamabad United have fought today. Oh, yes. Top tier, is it? Almost the top tier of the stadium.
Yeah, nice work. 51 in terms of the partnership from just 30 balls. And it's been more of Shane Watson.
Yeah, this is brilliant batting. Length on the pads, an easy pickup shot, but he had the power and the quality really to execute it.
Islamabad to get to 157. But it's all done and dusted here with Shane Watson hitting the winning runs and nailing the contest.
What an emphatic finish over there by Quetta Gladiators. Shane Watson is the highest run getter for an overseas batsman in the HBL PSL, and he has continued his good form in this PSL as well. Sarfraz Ahmed applauding his efforts, and we